Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ask Yuri, and today we're talking about a very controversial topic, and it has to do with eggs. As many of you know, I propose and endorse more of a vegetarian and a raw vegan diet, really. I'm not 100% raw foodist myself, but I do believe in adding as many raw fruits and vegetables into your diet as possible and limiting your consumption of animal products. Having said that though, I do believe that eggs provide incredible nutrition. But here's something that I've come across and it boggles my mind. Even many of the top, fitness authorities and fitness experts and these Hollywood trainers, they continue to endorse and tell people to eat egg white omelets or egg whites only. The egg yolks are bad for you. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's nonsense and it needs to be stopped. Anyone worth their weight in gold when it comes to nutrition and an understanding of nutrition will tell you that eggs should be eaten whole, not egg whites by themselves or egg yolks by themselves. Whole foods are the key to health, and a whole food in an egg is the egg. It's not just the egg white or the egg yolk. Those would be fractionized components. And I want to show you exactly why you want to be eating the whole egg. Now, before I get into the nutrient breakdown, again, I want to come up with an answer to the most common question that people have. The reason that people do not eat egg yolks is because they think that it has a lot of cholesterol and fat, and that's correlated with heart disease, or it causes heart disease. Well, yes, it has cholesterol, but there's no correlation between the cholesterol in eggs and your body's resulting heart disease if you develop it. What ends up happening is that cholesterol is produced in your liver, and as a result of free radical damage and acidic toxins in your bloodstream, your blood vessels actually become scarred. Imagine taking a knife and just kind of cutting yourself. That's what happens in your arteries. Cholesterol is then secreted from your liver to kind of band-aid, patch up, and smooth things out. So the reason, I really don't know why the reason people think that cholesterol is bad for us, it's really about the sugar and the acidic diet and all the free radicals that we're taking in that is really the cause of a lot of cardiovascular issues. So don't worry about the eggs. The eggs are fine for you, and we're going to look exactly at why you need to eat the whole egg versus egg whites alone. So let me just give you an idea here. Protein, right? That's the big reason people like, their egg whites. I'm just going to give you some stats here. This is based on the USDA nutrient database. So this is obviously kind of a big encyclopedia of all the nutrient breakdowns of pretty much all food. And in a typical egg, you're looking at about 6 grams of protein, and 57% of that protein will be found in the egg whites, and the other 43% will be in the egg yolk. So if you're just eating the egg white, you're just getting a little bit more than half of the protein in that egg. Other than that, 99% of the fat is found in the egg yolk, and that's where people have a problem. But again, fat is good, right? Most fats are good. Some are not. Some animal fats are not great, but the beautiful thing about egg yolks is that they contain DHA, which is a form of omega-3 fatty acid, which is actually very good for brain function and nervous system function. So I'm just going to go through a couple breakdown of micronutrients here. 91% of magnesium is found in the egg yolk. 94% of iron is found in the egg yolk. 93% of phosphorus is in the egg yolk. 99% of zinc is in the egg yolk. 97% of thiamine is in the egg yolk. 90% of pantothenic acid is in the egg yolk. 97% of B6 is in the egg yolk. 95% of folate or folic acid is in the egg yolk. 92% of B12 is in the egg yolk. 100% of vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D, vitamin K, all the fat-soluble vitamins, DHA, and carotenoids are all found in the egg yolk. Have I made my point clear yet? Have I kind of got the message across that the major component of nutrition in an egg is in the egg yolk? But again, the egg white and egg yolk should be consumed together because there are all sorts of little compounds in a whole food that enable your body to process it and digest it and metabolize it as efficiently as possible. Some people have also been asking me about, is it good to eat raw eggs? Well, in some cases, raw egg yolk has been shown to be good, in terms of the fact that when you heat an egg or heat a protein, you denature the protein somewhat and those enzymes are destroyed, which kind of makes digestion a bit harder. So raw egg yolks are a little bit easier to digest and a little bit more bioavailable in terms of the protein. However, egg whites actually have enzyme inhibitors and other anti-nutrients if eaten raw. So it's kind of like certain vegetables should not be eaten raw, like broccoli, for instance. It's actually better if it's slightly steamed because there are anti-nutrients or enzyme inhibitors or goitrogenic properties in those foods. The same thing applies with egg whites. If they're eaten raw, they have anti-nutrients which actually kind of disempower, if you will, the power of the nutrition in the egg. So I would advise cooking your eggs. You don't have to go crazy in terms of overcooking them, but again, a nice light scramble or even soft-boiled eggs will be good for for optimal digestion. So once again, whether or not you want to eat eggs is totally up to you. I eat eggs probably 3 to 4 times a week. I choose free-run organic chicken eggs as much as possible. I don't go for anything that's other than that. It's very, very important that the quality, if you're going to eat animal products, if you're going to eat animal products, the quality needs to be A1, right? If it's going to be beef, it's got to be grass-fed, it's got to be organic. If it's chicken or eggs, they've got to be free-run. They can't be eating grains and all that kind of stuff. So they need to be raised naturally because you don't want to be taking in antibiotics and all sorts of other fat-soluble chemicals that are injected into these animals. So that is the answer to the egg question. Now, if you want to know more about nutrition and my specific take on nutrition, why not grab a copy of my program, Eating for Energy? Again, we don't really talk about eggs in that program, but it's more about why it's important and how to adopt more of a raw vegan diet or more of raw vegan foods into your diets, and I show you why it's important, how to do it. But again, I'm not here to convert you into anything you want to be. But I guarantee, if you're looking to lose weight, you want more energy, you want to feel better and look better, there's some powerful things that I'm going to share with you in that program. So eatingforenergy.ca is the website right here, and I'll see you there.